Today is July 8th, 2009, and we are gathered at Aiken Technical College as part of the World War II Oral History Project in conjunction with the Augusta Richmond County Historical Society and the United States Library of Congress. And today we're going to hear the story of Robert Cruikshank. My name is Stan Schrader, and I'll be assisted by Mr. Bill Tilt. Mr. Cruikshank, first of all, I want to thank you for participating in this project and coming to talk with us today. Would you start off by giving us some of your biographical information, where you were born, where you grew up, and that kind of thing?
I was born in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and grew up there and went to Capitol Hill High School, graduated in '43, and then I went in the Marine Corps and eventually joined the 2nd Marine Division. And my first battle, which I actually participated in, was the Battle of Saipan. It's an island in the Marianas, and I was wounded on the first day I was ashore, and they evacuated me, brought me back to Pearl Harbor, and did an operation on my foot there because a big chunk of shrapnel had entered my left foot on the side and then turned up, and the field physicians were afraid to touch it until I got out on the hospital ship and they took it out.
Okay. Well, let's go back to tell me how did you end up joining the Marine Corps?
I enlisted in 1943. I was going to be drafted anyway, and so I went ahead and enlisted.
Okay. Were you by yourself, or any of your buddies with you, or just got?
No, I was by myself.
Okay. And after you enlisted, tell me what happened next. Where did you go after that?
I went to San Diego, to the Marine Corps station there, where I had my boot camp. And then after boot camp, I joined the 2nd Marine Division and stayed with them until I was discharged.
Okay. What do you remember about boot camp? You were telling me about slogging up and down the beach with 70-pound packs.
Yeah, they trained us just like we were going to be in combat, and so they had us pack our bags and put our backpacks, and they weighed about 70 pounds, almost as much as I did. And we would go down on the beach to practice, and it was hard, tough training, because carrying a 70-pound pack on your back and trying to run in that sand was just hard.
It wasn't any fun. Did you, were you at that time, were you doing any amphibious training, or was it just basic training?
No, we, after I finished basic, they sent us to Camp Pendleton, there in California, and they did all the training for our invasion efforts, the training we needed to.
Okay, now were you trained as an infantry soldier?
No, I was in a band
Okay.
And they took the whole band, and in the Marine Corps, you may not be like I was, a bandsman, but when it comes to combat, you're just another Marine.
Everybody's in the infantry then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you, when you were back at San Diego, is that where you got your marksmanship training?
Yeah.
What do you remember about going to the range?
Well, they were training us on all types of weapons. I did qualified on the M16 rifle, and then they put us to training on water-cooled and air-cooled machine guns. And so that when we quit playing in the band, we were ready to go to combat just like any other Marine.
Okay. When you were doing the amphibious training at Camp Pendleton, tell me a little bit about that, climbing up and down the ropes and all that kind of
Well,
business.
yeah, we had to. That's one of the things they made sure of, because when you're climbing it's a training rope. It's got ropes across and then ropes up and down. And the first thing they tell you is don't put your hands on those ropes that are across.